Right then, Tom, you scored 48 in the last homework that I marked for you. So let's see what improvement we've made over the fortnight. That is correct, and that is correct, so that's 5 marks. Meters squared is perfect for the area of a classroom. Millimeters squared is area, not capacity, right? Volume would be millimeters cubed, but that wouldn't be appropriate for the volume of a bucket, which you would use liters to describe. Distance, meters and kilograms are good, so 3 out of 4 for that. B and F are right. A is a pentagon, not a hexagon. C is the hexagon, and G is a rectangle. 3 marks there, 11 for the page. Okay, so you're showing a classic example of why you need to use a pencil. Okay, if you got that wrong in the real exam, you can't just replace it, and you're going to struggle to get the marks because it's pretty messy. However, you have redeemed yourself, and what's left there is good enough to get the 2 marks. But for goodness sake, use a pencil, Tom. 99 is correct, 20 is correct, so that's good. You are trying to do the right thing, but it doesn't come to 473, but your method is right. That should come to 468. And the median is 51 because you've correctly put it in the right order. 2, 4, 6, 10 marks for the page. You've done all the hard work here, but you haven't answered the question. Which service did she use for the 12 kilogram parcel? You know it's going to cost $38.39. You know it weighs 28 kilograms, so it's going to be delivered by 10 a.m. You haven't answered the question. Two meters is a pretty tall car. Most cars you have to duck down to get into. That doesn't look like a Humvee or a 4x4. So I would say that that is not a good estimate for the height of a car. So you were saying that the church on paper is 7.5 centimeters. So that's going to be 15. So your method is right there. Using what you've done, I will give you those marks. Okay, that is fine using that bad estimate. So total for the page: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. 3, 6, 7, 5 is good. 24, sorry, 8 times 4 is not 24. 8 times 4 is 32. So you don't get that one. And then for this one, it's the output that's 17, not the input. So you haven't read the question. We're actually going to be doing work on that next week, so hopefully we'll get that sorted for you. The numbers are increasing by 3 each time. Good. The numbers are halved each time. Good. 6 for the page. Good. 32 negative 13, 4 minus 6. Good. Now then, no for this. This is how many patients there are altogether, not the number of visitors. And the probability the random chosen patient from this group is at least 3 visitors is no. So it's going to be out of 50 because there are 50 patients. And then the number of patients that had at least 3 visitors, well, there are 18 patients who had exactly 3, and there are 3 patients who had more than 3. So altogether there are 21 patients who had at least 3. So you would write it as 21 out of 50. For the second part, to work out how many visitors there were all together, you need to understand what the columns are telling you in the chart. So this is telling you here that there are 14 patients who each had 2 visitors each. So that's 28 visitors in that column alone. Another 12 visitors there, 3 lots of 18 visitors there, and so on. So that's how you work that out. So nothing for that question. 11 for the page. This is right, it is 2592, but there's no need to do it using this sort of long method. 36%, you're on a calculator allowed paper, so you would just write 36% as 36 pence written in pounds, so that would give you the decimal form, and multiply it by 72. That one's correct, good. Not sure why you haven't done this. If it's because you haven't got a protractor, buy one. But even if you didn't have a protractor, you should be able to work out for me what each angle would be for those. If it's because you're not sure what to do, watch my video clip of this paper, and that method you can use for all pie charts. Go on to Jones the Sums, find pie charts in the topic list and practice them. 4 for the page. Now, I don't know where that 3.5 kilograms has come from. It's not correct, but it's not far off. Now this is worth 3 marks. So if you'd have written down for me how long that is in centimeters, and if you'd have said 7 centimeters divided by 2 equals 3.5, you get 3 marks. But you haven't shown me any of that, and I'm not going to give you any marks because there's not enough information for that 3.5. 146 is not that dot there. Okay, you need to put your angle measurer center on A, 0 on north, and 146 takes you round to there. Join that up to give you the line, and then for the scale of 4 kilometers you'll be measuring 8 centimeters down that line and marking the cross, which would be about there. These are known as, oops, forgot to spell them, utility bills. There's a big chunk of work on Jones the Sums on that. It's worth you practicing those. They're worth 6 marks and they're relatively straightforward. They can be confusing, but basically all you're doing is multiplying and adding and subtracting. No marks for that page. That's good. That's good. That's good. That is correct. Well done. As is that, and it's correctly rounded. Good. 10 marks for that page. That's very good, Tom. And on the back page, these are called products of prime numbers or factors. They're on the topic list. They're quick and easy to learn how to do. Watch my solution for this, my video solution for this paper, and you'll see me answer that. Then go and practice. Similarly, this is known as trial and improvement. Okay, and have a look at how I do that. This is a much more complicated piece of work. In order to get this question right, you need to be able to use Pythagoras' rule. You need to be able to work out the angle of a triangle, the area of a triangle, and the volume of a prism. So take a look at how I've done that and see if that rings any bells, and see if you can work your way through it. So for that paper, Tom, you have got 11, 21, 30, 36, 47, 51, 61. 61 out of 100 is a grade D, but you're only 9 marks from a grade C. So last time you were 48, this time you got 61, so you're getting closer and closer. Really impressed, Tom. Keep up the hard work, keep the concentration going, and we'll get there.